your psychiatrist? Does he beat around the bush? What's he prescribing you? Lexapro, Xanax, it barely lets you function, but you can at least manage a dose to dull the panic. But now you never smile. The kids can't get you to play, so they feel like they're on trial. What's up, guys? I'm Skullz, and today we're listening to Message to Harry Manback and Hooker with a Penis. Out of all of the titles, both of these songs are probably the most like, what? Well, these ones and Stinkfist, of course. So yeah, I'm kind of expecting some weird lyrics, but we'll see what happens. I'm just getting off of 46 and 2. I think my first impression of it was a little bit shaky. Like, I definitely feel like that whole middle section where Danny was just going nuts with the drums, I felt like that was a metamorphosis. And even like the sense of the shadow growing, if that is him changing, there's something very like, it evokes like the image of a werewolf, like someone turning into a werewolf. Like, I forget what movie exactly, but it might have been Underworld. There was like a crazy transformation scene where this dude turned into a werewolf and like his bones were snapping and bending, and it was pretty crazy and gruesome. It created this imagery of like Maynard was transforming. He even talked about metamorphosis in the song. And when I was listening to the lyrics on the first run, I remember thinking, I've been crawling on my belly. That made me think that he was on the ground with his son, and he was evolving through spending time with his son. And that could be the case. I still think that there's an argument for that song being about his son still, and just his evolution by having his kid. But when he said, I've been crawling on my belly, it also evoked the whole snake thing, which was an H. And then at the beginning of 46 and 2, he's talking about how he's shedding skin. And I don't think it's a coincidence, but either way, there's a lot to unpack in that song. I've also seen some deeper interpretations of like Carl Jung, but that I've yet to really deep dive into, so I'm just gonna leave that at that. But I just kind of wanted to talk about it because my perception of the song is evolving with every listen, it seems. That is by far the best riff I've heard from Tool yet. I don't know why, but it just gets in your head and it just doesn't leave. And you're completely fine with that. But all right, I'm not gonna waste any more time. If you're new here, consider hitting the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell. Helps the channel grow, helps the video reach more people, and I appreciate it a lot. So let's hop into Message to Harry Manback and then into Hooker with a Penis.
Figlio di puttana, sai che tu sei un pezzo di merda? You think you're cool, right? When you kick out people out the house. But there is 1 of 3 Americans dying out of cancer, you know? Asshole. And you're gonna be one of those. I didn't do courage to kick your ass directly, because there's not courage for that. I could, you know. You know you're gonna have another accident? You know, I mean...
Hold on, I'm gonna pull up the lyrics. In typical Tool fashion, I'm having trouble hearing what he's saying.
You know you're gonna have another accident? You know, I'm involved with black magic. Fuck you, die, bastard. You think you're so cool, huh? Asshole. And if I ever see your fucking face around Europe or Italy, wow, that time I'm gonna kick your ass. Fuck you, fucking American, Yankee. You're gonna die out of cancer, I promise. Deep pain.
Dude.
No one did what it did to me before. You wanna know something? Fuck you. I want your balls smashed. Eat shit. Bastard. Pezzo di merda. Figlio di puttana. Hope somebody in your family dies soon.
Jesus.
Pezzo di merda. E vai a sugare cazzi sul serio.
Okay. Well, that was very bizarre. I really don't know what to make of that one. You guys are gonna have to help me. I'll do my own research as well. But yeah, that was weird. First time we heard a piano in a Tool song, if you don't count him shooting a piano in Disgustipated.
This is very much like Nine Inch Nails to me. The only other time Tool has sounded like them to me is in Disgustipated. And honestly, I think it's less about like the melodies and what's going on with the band, and it's more about the effect on Maynard's voice. It's very scratchy, and everything I've heard from Nine Inch Nails sounds a lot like that. But the riff is really cool in this. I'm really loving the bass work. The bass is just excellent this album. Not that it wasn't an undertow, it's just there's more space for the bass in this one. Honestly, the playing in this album is so much more dynamic, it feels like, that there's room for everyone to stand out at one point or another. Okay, alright. So this one's very different from the rest of the album. Alright, so let's get to the lyrics. Verse 1 is, I met a boy wearing Vans, 501s, and a dope beastie tee, nipple rings, new tattoos, that claimed that he was OGT. I don't know what OGT is. So I guess OGT is Original Gangster Tool, so like original Tool fans. Back from 92, from the first EP, and in between sips of coke. He told me that he thought we were selling out, laying down, sucking up to the man. So the lyrics here are just a straight up story, it seems like. This is pretty unorthodox for the band, but yeah, it just sounds like this is about a disgruntled fan who's with them from the beginning and just doesn't like the direction the band has gone in. So then the chorus? Well, now, I've got some advice for you, little buddy. Before you point your finger, you should know that I'm the man. I'm the man, and you're the man, and he's the man as well. So you can point that fucking finger up your ass. So it sort of sounds like Maynard's pointing out that we're all a part of the system, so maybe you should look inward before you start looking outward. Like, show some self-awareness. This kind of reminds me of what he was talking about in Eulogy, you know, pointing his finger at everyone but his own heart. Alright, so the post-chorus. All you know about me is what I've sold you, dumb fuck. I sold out long before you ever even heard my name. I sold my soul to make a record, dipshit, and then you bought one. I love when people call out hypocrites. Because, I mean, like, at the end of the day, we're all hypocrites. But some of us realize that this whole life thing is a practice and that we're all trying to be less hypocritical. We're all sinking ships and we all have holes in us and we're just trying to plug as many as we can. Then he repeated the chorus. So based off the lyrics so far, this lyrically seems like probably the least ambitious song on there. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. All I mean is that Eulogy covered a lot of ground. There's so many different ways you can take the song. Same with H. Even 46 and 2 is just very deep. And maybe I am missing a bigger picture here with this song. I mean, this is a first impression. I can't grab everything the first time. But this really just seems very straightforward compared to pretty much every other Tool song I've heard. This feels more like a jam, like the band found like a riff they liked and they just kind of wanted to run with it and have a good time. And maybe Maynard just kind of wanted to get it off his chest where it's like, you shouldn't judge what I'm doing when you're doing the exact same thing. It's like people who hate corporate America, but they're at Starbucks every morning. Same thing with the music industry. If you don't like the music industry, maybe don't buy music. Maybe don't give them the stream revenue. But like I said, I love it when people call out hypocrites, especially mean hypocrites. Like seriously, humble yourself. We're all trying out here, and you're no exception. You're not perfect, dude. That was Hooker with a Penis. Let me read the rest of the lyrics. So he just repeated the post-chorus, which I won't repeat. And then there's the outro. All you read and wear or see and hear on TV is a product begging for your fat-ass dirty dollar. Shut up and buy my new record. And buy, send more money. Fuck you, buddy. This sort of had similar themes of eulogy, like I was saying before, the hypocrisy of this fan that was heckling him, it seemed. But this was more geared towards consumer America. I gotta say, I'm a little weirded out because this is the first Tool song where I feel like there's really not a lot to unpack. It's pretty straightforward. It's an enjoyable narrative for sure, but I think a lot of the enjoyment from this song was from the band. I can definitely see myself jamming out to this song, but compared to everything else, I think this is probably the weakest song I've heard from them on this album so far. And maybe even Undertow too. And that's just more because it seems like their ambition for this song wasn't as high. And I can tell you from personal experience, I've written plenty of songs, not all of my songs had high ambition. They don't always have to. But I gotta say, this does sound a lot more like Angry Maynard, like Undertow Maynard. Just a lot of fuck yous and a lot of shove it up your ass kind of talk. And I'm here for that, man. I mean, at least it was directed towards someone who deserved it, rather than him pointing at what seemed like himself on Undertow and just being harsh towards himself when he has control over himself. What I'm trying to figure out, though, is why the song is called Hooker with a Penis. I can say that me, as a straight man, if I went to a hooker trying to get sex from someone and they had a penis, I'd feel a little betrayed. So maybe that's the point of it, is the betrayal. I'm trying to sell you something, but I didn't get what I thought I was paying for. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's all I got in terms of guessing for that one. Either way, I had a lot of fun with this one. And definitely let me know what Message to Harry Manback was about. Oh, and I wanted to say, too, this was the first reaction that I recorded since I put out my H reaction, and I just wanted to say thank you all for being so supportive and encouraging, and all the wishes to me and my family. I just appreciate it so much. It's really cool that so many of you have jumped on board and are taking this journey with me. Seriously, this has been a blast. I'm glad to be able to share my enthusiasm for the band with you guys. So thank you all. But anyways, guys, that's where I'm gonna end the video. I appreciate you stopping in and hanging out with me. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell. Helps the channel grow, helps the video reach more people, and I appreciate it a lot. And wherever you are, I hope you're having a good day, good night, and as always, I look forward to the next one. Peace.